the sound of the cornet,
the flute,
the harp,
sackbut,
he said,
psaltery,
come on,
the harper,
and all,
kinds of music,
and all,
kinds of music,
and all.
kinds of music.
I'm going somewhere today because I'm so sick of church folks. I'm sick of people saying they saved and full of the Holy Ghost, but I catch you at a party. Partying, having a good time. But if I'm a man and see you, what about God that's recording? What about if he come and visit your party and you partying and not ready for the visitation? Can I teach you here? There's a lot of us gonna go to hell because we play in church. And God says, because you like to play, I'm going to let you stay in your playground. So he said, all kinds
of music.
Ye what?
Fall down.
Fall down.
And worship.
Fall down.
And worship.
Fall down.
And worship.
Fall down. First of all, it's bad enough when you fall. Are you there with me? It's bad enough to fall. Then the Bible declares, and
worship.
So if I fall, something has taken over. I'm going somewhere today. This is the foundation because I'm going to help somebody. Something has taken over because he said at that time, at what time you hear it. There is a time you can hear something. There is a time you're going to have to make a decision and consciously say, I'm not going to take part of it. Because if you do, you're going to fall down
and worship.
You're going to worship. Can I teach you the other day? There's a lot of things I've ignorantly done. But once I come into the real knowledge of the God that I serve, I understand that he does not want me to fall in a spell under something that is not his. We have been possessed, and I'm going to show you some things that a lot of preachers probably won't talk about, because I ain't about a dollar. I'm about a soul. I'm about to have you to walk worthy. So if he comes today, you are ready to go home. Because none of us know what today may bring. How you going to see tomorrow if you can't live righteous today? Oh, y'all can hear me. Are you there with me? Saying all kinds of music, ye fall down
and worship
the golden
image
that Nebuchadnezzar the king
had set up.
The Nebuchadnezzar the king
had set up.
Can I talk to somebody just for a minute? For years and my God, decades, men have been serving stuff that they have been idolized. This is America's idol, but everybody didn't catch it. He says idol. God told you don't have an idol. So they came with American Idol. Therefore, they put up somebody. They say they won, but they made you idolize the winner. So I love it. He says here, the golden
image
you're going to worship. Look at somebody and just ask them, when the last time you worshiped something that wasn't God? Oh, I'm going somewhere today. I'm going somewhere today. Because he says that at one time, my God, O'Brien, can you hear me from there? He says at one time that ye hear. So therefore, Minister Harvey, I want you to catch it in the revelation of your mind and get it into the occupation of your livelihood so that you may walk worthy. So he says there's an event that is going to unfold. And in the unfolding of the event, we're going to have to make a decision that is going to cause us either to be right or wrong. And I can't afford to be wrong at this season of my life. I can't afford to be a pastor, a preacher, a man of God, walk under the title of the apostleship, the highest party you can get into the body of Christ, and walk unworthy. Oh, y'all better hear me. So I'm tired now because God made me see something. And he says, I want you to talk about it because I'm going somewhere. Stand to your feet. Remember, this is about music today.
Amen.
You heard it played. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 3. I want to get to my topic, and then I'm going to talk, and I'm going to teach. I got to unload some stuff because if you give me a little bit, and I'm going to give you a whole lot. I'm going to give you enough to go home and make soup. I'm going to give you enough to go home, baby, and make some soup today. It's cool, but I come to give you, my God, what you need.
Amen.
Ephesians 5 and 3, are y'all there?
Amen.
Because I want y'all to get there. I don't want nobody to be behind because I want you to understand that God loves you. The Bible declares and decrees it in this manner, but
Fornication. Fornication.
but-
Fornication.
my God, we don't want to talk about sex, but we have sex. Y'all ain't gonna talk. But the Bible talks about sex all the time, but fornication is not just sex. Fornication is a spirit, my God, that comes with sex, that once you touch something that is not yours, you open yourself up unto all kinds of spirits. You weren't gay until you touched something that had been fooling with some gay. Is that with me? You didn't have, my God, homosexual tendencies until you fooled with a woman that was gay. Well, I wish I had a church. But he says,
But fornication.
but fornication and all
Uncleanness.
all
Uncleanness.
all.
Uncleanness.
So you can't talk about somebody and you still smoke cigarettes.
All of it.
How you gonna talk about somebody and you smoke the cancer stick? You can't talk about nobody and you live hellish. He says, oh,
Uncleanness.
you can't talk about nobody and you got a gluttonous spirit. You can't talk about nobody and you unclean. You can't talk about nobody and won't even wash your underarm.
Oh, my God.
He said, oh, my God, I'm
Oh,
going
uncleanness.
Oh,
Uncleanness.
wait on.
Or covetousness. Let it not be once named among you.
Let it not
Be once named
among you
as becoming saints.
as,
Becoming.
as,
Becoming.
as.
Becoming.
Wait a minute. You gonna say as? What are you comparing it to? To the old me. So if the old me was a hoe, why is the new me still one?
Right
If the
now.
old me was gay, why the new me gay? If the old me was an alcoholic, why is the new me still an alcoholic? If the old me ran, my God, the streets, why is the new me still running? Oh, I want to help somebody here. He says,
As becoming saints.
what you did not let go, still you doing. Oh, my God, help me up in here. Let me talk from this topic. God's divine identity of a saint. You may be seated. God's divine identity of a saint. You know, I find a lot of people say they saved, but certain stuff they don't get with. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Pastor, well, you know I'm still human, and the human side gonna take you to hell. I'm still human too, but I know what is right because I've learned the will. I wish I had somebody. How is it that you, my God, get a car with all these gadgets, but you won't sit there for an hour to go to the class to learn how to work it? All you want to do is drive, but you don't know how to work it. You got gadgets in your car that can help save a life, but you ain't turn them on because you refuse to sit down and get the manuscript. You can't go buy a Mercedes, big time Benz, and some of these big high dollar cars and not sit in the class. You're going to have to be taught how to operate this car and the functions of this car. So how is it that man has a manuscript how to operate something and God has a manuscript how to operate yourself in life? And we miss this thing. And so therefore, we want God to clean up what we mess up. I wish I had a church here. I social media, but I'm so sick of social media because it's so much junk on social media right now. It's the same. I clicked on the Facebook to look at something else, and when I clicked on, I saw preachers and people at the concert of the Frankie Beverly and Keith Sweat down there in the Woodlands. And you go to church, and how the devil are you at the concert? I want to know what spirit is talking to you. If God saved me, what did he save me from? If I'm still doing the same thing, still have the same desires, oh, y'all ain't going to talk to me. So I got mad when I saw this because the people, I knew them. And I said, how you going to be saved? Don't come tell me nothing. And you popular. What spirit is that? That you at the concert? You mean to tell me what spirit? God let you go to the concert. But people say music, ain't nothing wrong with music. I beg to differ. I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to show you some things that you ain't going to talk about. And this is why I can tell folks, crank your car up. You go crank mine up right now, I promise you. Ain't nothing hellish on the radio. Nothing's going to be hellish. Because why? I've been delivered from this. I wish I had somebody. See, most of us, glory to God, want God to deliver us from a man, from a woman, glory to God, from sex, from drugs. But we don't want to be delivered all the way. Well, we have a God that controls us. We don't want to be delivered all the way. Well, we have a God that looks out for us. I want a God that looks out for me. I don't want a God, glory to God, that deliver me from things I want to be delivered from. I want a God that's going to deliver me from everything that's not bring him glory. If it don't bring God glory, why am I still doing the same thing? Some of us should be scared to go to bed. I wish I had. Some of us should be scared to go to bed because of the stuff we do in the day. Because if God comes get us, some of us at night, we ain't going to make it to heaven. Because we're going to hell from the life we live throughout the day. See, can y'all hear what I'm saying? And I'm not going to change the big people. I'm going to teach you. You can fit God. Because if you don't fit with God, you're going to hell anyway. I don't care how much preaching you just set up under. If your life ain't changed, you ain't set up under the right preaching because you haven't been convicted yet. And if you ain't been convicted, you ain't been converted. And if you ain't been converted, you ain't been changed. So therefore, I need some people that desire to be changed, to be convicted, to be converted, so they can be changed. Because in this world, you're going to miss God because your mind, your flesh, and the things we desire, my desire, if it ain't pleasing God, I need to back up from it because this is an event in my life that I don't need. My God, help me here. Y'all bear with me. I'm going somewhere here today. I like this. Listen now, listen now. The word of wisdom I want to give you because I want to give y'all some stuff because I got to teach it how God has given it to me. And I want y'all to get it so nobody miss it. I want you to get it. Look at my word of wisdom. This is my word of wisdom. Glory to God is this. Now know this, that within this world our identity is unique. Uniquely designed by God to be different, setting us apart from the world. How is that the Christian, you can tell who's saved and who's the world not? We still look the same, act the same, but we're supposed to be by God's divine design unique. Uniquely designed to be by God to be totally which is spiritual, that will never die. Can I teach it here? If you know you have a soul that will never die, why play with it with the devil? Why play with it with the devil? Satan does not care about none of y'all. He don't care about the one that got the mic teaching you. He cares about none of us because his job is to destroy everything God made. Can I teach it here? Did God write down your destruction or did he write down your victory? Because you got to be big, you're going to have to be the judge. Oh, I wish I hadn't been church. Watch this. Therefore, the identity of a saint is never in words. So I don't want to hear you talk all the time. Talk is cheap. People run their mouth like a water. But display open daily without change. Even when they are upset. How you act when you hurt. How you act when you hurt. I love the Lord. But when you hurt, you cuss the Lord. When you hurt, you cuss your neighbor. When you hurt, you cuss your husband. When you hurt, you cuss your children. When you hurt, you cuss your wife. But yet you display, I love the Lord, with your mouth. But your actions show me the devil. And if you were Spanish, I'd tell you diablo. So that you would understand that's the devil. Can I teach you this thing? And give y'all this. Y'all get this with me? Watch this. A true saint of God will keep himself or herself from all that which is considered evil because their nature has changed. When your nature changed, you have changed. If you ain't got a change of nature, then you ain't been convicted, nor have you been converted, so don't tell me you've been changed. The three C's go together. In order for you to have a new nature, you had to be convicted. That means you know what you were doing was wrong. Until we know what we were doing was wrong, how can we be converted and we ain't convicted? Because convict a man means you have already showed him his wrong, her wrongdoing. Now they say, I don't want this no more. So they get converted. Now in the conversion, there's a change. But listen to what he says. But a so-called saint that still holds on to the world's way, they will release deadly poison spiritually as if we can truly serve two masters. How can I serve God and the devil? And what I see with the church folk, let me tell you something, those of you all on social media, let me help you to understand something. If you going to live hellish, stay off social media, going to church and still living hellish and putting it on social media, because that's a no-no. I wish I had a church up in here. And I got too many people on social media that belong to these churches and say that they say, and you live in a lie. And God going to get you for everybody you have crossed the stone. Thank God I'm silent. Because I ain't going to the concert. I've already did that. I ain't going to the party. I've already did that. He pulled me out the concert and pulled me out the party. Now, if the song is on, I still know it because he didn't pull a song out of me. He pulled me out the song. Oh, I'll help you here. Are y'all there with me? Go to 1 John. Let me show you something. Chapter 3. I want y'all to get this. 1 John chapter 3. And I'm going to look at verse 8 because you got to understand that God